Hello everyone, this is Debbie Henderson from Debbie's Designs. Welcome to my tea time and a card. I'm just going to give it a few seconds. I can see you guys all jumping on. So glad you're here tonight. Okay, I'm going to get started. I just have a few announcements. Let me just make sure I can see you guys. There you are. So tomorrow, December 15th, tomorrow Stampin' Up! Is doing free shipping on all orders $75 or more. This is just a one-day thing. We just found out about it like 2 days ago. So I wanted to let you know. Now, what's even better than free shipping? Reminder that I myself am offering 20% off for the whole month of December. I do this every year to give you guys a big thank you for supporting me. So this is 20% off plus free shipping. Now, one thing, I had a lot of questions. When you guys go to the online store and you place your order, the 20% off will not show because this is my promotion. It's not a Stampin' Up! Promotion. And what I do is every Wednesday I send out checks for the 20% off. So if you place an order, just make sure to get the free shipping. It's $75 or more. And if you don't reach 75, my 20% is $60 or more. So if you do 75 or more, you get both. So just a great deal. And that's my thank you to you for the month of December, for the whole year. Okay, tonight is Techniques night. I'm going to be using two stamp sets on my card, Snowman Magic and Peaceful Deer. And I've already gone ahead. I'm just going to grab my little pieces here while I'm talking. I've already gone ahead and build my two little snowman because the technique takes a little bit of time. And I didn't want you to have to watch me do all the die cutting and assembling. Now the little arms on the back, they have these little circles. And what I did, I don't know if you can see, I added mini glue dots. I just added a glue dot and stuck them in there. Very easy. And then you have the little bow, the little hat, and the snowman. That's my little masculine one. And my little feminine one is wearing a feminine hat and a scarf. And then I just colored the noses with Stampin' Blends markers. So look how cute these little critters are. Oh, and I did use the shimmery white. That's what I'm using for my card also. You can see that it really, really shimmers. And then I have one little bird that I stamped and cut, and I have a mini stamping dimensional on the back. Now let me bring in what else I'm using, and I'll show you the technique. Inks is Coastal Cabana, Sweet Sorbet, and Shaded Spruce. I have the decal dies, the rectangle dies I'm using, and I'm using the largest one. I've dug it out already. We need a blending brush, and I'm using it with Coastal Cabana. And yes, I had a couple people ask me, I have one brush for each ink color, and I never clean these. They do clean well, but I should show you how I store them too, because I did have a couple people ask me. We no longer sell the wide cases, but I have them all in here by color. Like all my blues are together. I have all my reds together. And you can see I don't clean these. I leave the ink right on them, and then I don't have to mess with them. Rhinestone Jewels. I'm using some masking paper. Now, I purposely wanted to use this tonight because you probably missed this in the catalog. So I'm going to show you how to use that with the technique. It comes in a sheet of 12. I have a sheet right here, and they're perforated right in the middle, which is very easy to peel when you need to use them. Now, let me bring the cardstock pieces. Sweet Sorbet, 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2, and I'm going to go ahead and fold that. Coastal Cabana, 5 1/4 by 4. Shimmery White, this is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4, but I'm going to cut that with the decal once I'm done with my technique that I'm going to show you. And then I also have a small piece. It's just a half a piece. So it's, let me guess, wait, 4 1/4 by 2 3/4, I think. Yes, 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. Now let me see if I have everything out. I do. I'm going to bring my stamps in. I'm using the 2 tree images. I wanted larger trees, so I'm using the 2 from the Peaceful Deer. And then of course you saw my little snowman. I'm using the little snowflake, and it's the most magical time of the year for a sentiment. Okay, I need to move all of this over so I can show you my card. Now the technique, this is a card that I saw on Pinterest. I'm not sure if it was done the way that I'm going to show you how I did it, but I really fell in love with the rays in my background, and that's where I'm going to use the masking paper to show you how I did that. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, now I knew that I wasn't going to go all the way down because I wanted some snowbanks there. So I'm going to go on the shorter side, which is good because the perforation is in the middle. And I'm going to cut that at 4 inches. I might need more than that, but I'm going to try it. I did it with my first card. I'm going to cut 4 1-inch sections. Okay, there's my 4 pieces. Let me bring a pad in. Okay, now the first thing I want to do is find the center of my short end, which will be 2 1/8. I just want to add a little tick mark there. Now this masking paper is great, but I find that it's a little too sticky. So what I do is I take it and I stick it to myself. Okay, I'm just going to put this here. I'm going to do 2 first. That's all I need to start out. I find that if it's a little too sticky, it can rip your paper. So I just put it on my clothing or on a pair of jeans, whatever, and it takes some of that stickiness out. Now all I'm going to do, I just eyeball these. They're not all the same size. I'm going to start out by finding my pencil mark. And this one's probably going to end up being different than my first one. We got Coastal Cabana. And all I'm going to do is add my color with my blending brush. Now I did go darker on some of these and lighter on some of these just to give it a little different. Wait, I got to move this before I get some ink on it. Okay, now I'm going to peel these off. And look at that nice, clear, crisp line. I need to take them both off because I need to move over. So I'm going to take this one. And when I put it over, I'm going to show you, I see a little tiny bit of ink there because I don't want to take a chance that there's going to be a white spot there. Okay, now we're going to move this over. Now I'm going to go a little bit lighter on this one. It looks really, really light, but look when I remove this, it's there. The ink is there. Whoops, I need my paper piercer. Now because I've used this side twice, I'm going to go over and use the other side. Again, leaving just a tad bit of ink. So you guys, this is not going to be a quick card tonight. You guys know how quick I am when I create. This one's going to take a little longer because I keep having to move the little strips around. Okay, there's my third one. Look how pretty that is already. Whoops. And this really, to me, this is so relaxing to work on. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit lighter on this one. So you can make your sun rays as small or as large as you want. So I should be Let's see, one more after this one, and then we just need to do the other side. I don't like the way I ended up straight on this one, but that's okay. I'm gonna cut the top off anyway with my deckled rectangle die. I should have made this one a little bit more angle, so we'll just go upwards. And this would be pretty in any color. Balmy blue, you could do yellows. Okay, so look, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 already. Now, because this is so full of ink, I'm going to switch over to some new strips. I'm trying to see you guys. There you are. Okay, so now we're starting to go towards the other side. So again, I'm going to cover the one with the ink that's already sponged on. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I didn't do my little trick. I'm hoping this one's going to be okay. You know, this is the shimmery white. It looks like it works okay, but I noticed on the basic white, I used it one time and it ripped my paper a little bit. So I'm not going to take a chance. I'm not doing that. Okay, here is my next one. I just made a boo-boo. I was talking and look, a little piece of droplet of my spit ended up, and look what it did. Maybe that'll make a cool looking part of my card. Oops, I just ripped that one. I might end up having to cut another one. FYI, do not spit on your card when you're talking. Okay, I'm going to cut another one because I ripped that one. Whoops, I grabbed the wrong one. Okay, now let's do this. I want to make sure this isn't wet. Okay, we're good. Yeah, so note to self, don't spit on your cardstock. Okay, we only got 2 more to go. You guys are used to seeing me so Speedy Gonzalez. I know I get that comment a lot that I'm always so quick at my cards. This one takes a little bit of time because of the repositioning. See how good that sticks? I have to actually use my paper piercer to get it to lift. Now this one, I'm going to cover this one end. And I'll just do the whole thing. I'm going to go a little darker on this one. Okay, so let me move all of this scrap paper. So there's my little Sunrays. Now I'm going to bring in my cutting machine. And we're going to use the decal die. I'm actually going to use this twice. So you can see where the top, I'm going to actually put this right there, and that's going to cut that little piece off. Ooh, that one's making a lot of noise. Okay, there's my panel. Now the reason I need my die cutting machine twice, you can see here my little snowbanks. I have 2 pieces. And what I did is I took my scissors and I just did this by hand. I just kind of went up and down. Just curved it a little bit like that. And then I did not add any ink to my brush. And I just did a little bit on the edges. There's enough there that I didn't want to add a lot of ink. And then I'm going to take this one and flip it the other way. and we're going to glue those together. So we're going to use some liquid glue. We're going to line those up at the bottom. And I have my two little snowbanks, and you can see I have just a tad bit of blending on the edge. Now, because I have this deckled edge on the bottom, I want to do the deckled edge to match. Now, I just need to find the right one. They're not the same, so make sure if you do this, you use the right one, which would be this one right here. I'm going to bring my machine in one more time. Whoops. And I'm going to put that right on the bottom. And then you'll see it'll line up exactly with the same design on my first piece. Boy, my machine is really making a lot of noise tonight, my cutting plates. Okay, so now what we're going to do is add adhesive to the back of this piece. And this lines up perfectly. Okay, see how that lines up perfectly on the bottom? That's what you want to make sure that it lines up. Now let's go ahead and start assembling the card. The Coastal Cabana layer will go on the Sweet Sorbet layer. And then I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment. I hope it'll cover some of that. Yeah, that's not too bad. Oh, you know what I forget to do? I goofed. I forget to do my trees. Let me see if I can take this off. That was dumb, because I had a little trick to show you on that too. Okay, what I did on my trees, this, you won't see this. Let me find my pencil. Now, what I did before I lined this up, I brought it down about 1/4 of an inch, and I traced my piece. Now, let me grab my scrap. I didn't want the stems or the trunks of my tree showing. So by going a little bit lower with my pencil mark, it's going to guide me as to where I want to stamp my trees. So I'm going to go ahead and do one. I'm going to stamp off so I can get it lighter. And the reason I didn't do that first is because it would have cut off on the end. Now I need my smaller tree. We're going to stamp that right here. This one I can go twice. And then I'm going to go twice again. Okay, now let me see if I can salvage my boo-boo. I'm going to put this back on. So you see how that covered the trunks of all of my trees, and it just looks like they're part of the snowbank, and it looks so much nicer. Okay, I gotta stop for a second and get a towel. I got ink all over my fingers and glue. Now I just need to add a few stars around my sentiment. That actually looks okay there in the middle. Okay, let me move all of these inks. Next, we're going to glue this in place with dimensionals. And then all I've got left to do is to add the snowman. Now, just to let you guys know, this is a little over a week before Christmas. I'm not going to go live next week. So I'm going to take a couple of weeks off for the holidays, and I will be back the first Wednesday of January. Okay, there's that. Now my little bird I have sitting on top of the word the. These little snowmen are so cute, and this is one of our retiring sets. Only available for a couple more weeks. So if you like this set, make sure you buy it tomorrow with your free shipping and your 20% off. There's one snowman. And there's my other, and all I've got left to do is to add some jewels. And you guys, I got my order today from the new catalog that starts in January, and I'll show you guys a couple of the products that came. Okay, there's my little snowman card with the Sunrays technique. And I do have one more card I wanted to show you, or show you how to do. Let me bring everything that I need. I'm doing 2 cards tonight because I won't be on for a couple weeks. I've got the handmade tag, Label Me Fancy Punch. I've got a water painter, Wink of Stella clear glitter brush. And I did use the decal dies on this one as well. And I used, I think it was number 2 or number 3. I'll let you know in a second here. Now, this is the card. I'm going to show you how to watercolor on embossing. This is with the Painted Posies embossing folder. And I've already gone ahead. I'm going to show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like when it's embossed. And I'm using the shimmery white paper. So again, that's with the Painted Posies embossing folder. I did do another card that I'm going to show you. Hold on, I just dropped my ribbon. The second, I'm not going to demonstrate this one, but this is with the Whimsical Woodland 3D embossing folder. Now, this one was easy and anyone can do this. Once this is embossed, all I did was use my water painter and I just added soft succulent ink where all the points are. And then underneath on the 2nd and 3rd layers and 4th layers. But look how, just a little bit of shading. Look how pretty that is on that card. So this is an idea for you with the embossing folder. But the one I'm doing tonight is this one. And I have 4 ink colors on there. Now let me show, I wanted to let you know which one I use. I think it's number 2. Yes, number 2 on the deckled rectangles. Now my ink colors are Evening Evergreen, Petal Pink, Fresh Freesia, Mango Melody, and Soft Succulent. I also have a foam adhesive sheet. I'm going to get these out of the way for now. I've got the Fresh Freesia ribbon. I've got some brushed brass butterflies. I got a lot of stuff on this card. And the sentiment, Sending Hugs, is from the Eden's Garden stamp set. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is bring in a rag so I can switch my ink colors. I'm going to start out with the Soft Succulent. Now, for those of you that have never stamped or watercolored with your ink pads, these ink pads are harder to squeeze than our older ones. If you just go this way, it doesn't really squeeze that hard. I usually use the palm of my hands like that. Open that up and then you get this deep well of ink. I'm going to squeeze my water painter. Oh, you know what? This one's empty. I have another one right here. Let me see which one's my smaller one. This one. This one's full. I'm going to squeeze a couple drops of water, stir that around, and then all I'm going to do is just tap the water on there. Very easy. You just follow the bumps. And because this mimics watercoloring, you don't have to be perfect. You know how watercoloring sometimes looks like just a blobs of ink. That's kind of like what we're doing. Just need to look for what needs to be green. And as I'm coloring, I am not squeezing because there's enough water in my ink pad cover, the lid. It's wet enough that all I'm doing is picking up the color. But see how quick that is? Now let's see where else. I've got a leaf right here. I've got a branch. Here's another leaf. So again, this is not a quick technique. You guys are so used to me being done in 15 to 20 minutes. Both of these cards take a little bit of time. Okay, now I'm just touching up where I see some stems. Okay, I think I got them all. Now I'm just going to squeeze this on my rag just to rinse out the color. I'm done with this color. Now I'm going to go with the fresh freesia. Again, I'm going to squeeze the middle. Add a couple drops of water. Color the bumps. And you know, if you do get a little bit too much water in there, when you get into the bumps here, it just grabs the water anyway, so you don't end up making a mess. You really can't mess up. Those raised areas just actually keep the water in. Okay, let's see. I'm going to switch colors. Now I'm going to go to Mango Melody. Again, a couple drops of water. There's a little flower right here. And if you guys are asking questions, I'll go back and read the comments. I'm a little busy trying to get all this coloring done, so I'm not looking up at my screen too much. Okay, there's that color. One more color. Next is Petal Pink. So I've got like 4 flowers on this one to do just partial ones down here. Okay, now while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and do the sentiment, which is on Soft Succulent with Evening Evergreen ink. I want this to dry a little. And where is my Label Me Fancy Punch? Okay, we've got that. And I'm going to go ahead and start assembling my card. So this is Fresh Freesia 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Mango Melody 5 1/4 by 4. I'm going to glue that to the front. Now this is pretty dry already. Look how pretty that is. And the shimmery white really sparkles. But I wanted to add a little bit more sparkle, so that's where my Wink of Stella is going to come in. And what I did is I colored my flowers. Hold on, I'm gonna push some of that through. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now they're really gonna sparkle. I'm going to bring this up close so you can see how shimmery this is. So I'm just doing the flowers. Now let's see if you can see all that shimmer. Look how pretty. Okay, now my ribbon, I have a little trick here that I use, and that's where the handmade tag punch comes in. All I did was I gotta find my ruler. I want the bottom of my card, and I just drew a straight line across on the back. Now I'm going to take just one little end, one little curvy end. Whoops. I'm going to put that through. I think it's easier if I do it this way. Put that through so just that part cuts off. We're just taking a little chunk of it off. You know what? I'm going to have to eyeball it on this side. I forgot, it's too long on the other side. So I got 2 notches, one on each side. I'm going to bring in my ribbon. And we're going to tie that ribbon right through those notches. It's just a little different way to do a bow, and it keeps it in place. You can do that with a circle punch also. Okay, now I'm just going to trim the ends. And we're going to glue this section in place. I used the foam sheets on this one. And I need to go 3 inches by about 4 1/4. Only because there's a lot of watercoloring, and I just feel that it holds the paper better so it doesn't warp. So it's just like a big, humongous stamping dimensional. And we're just going to peel and stick. And the last step, or 2 more steps, we're going to add the sentiment. I've got stuff scattered everywhere here with 2 cards. Where are my dimensionals? I'm going to have to grab another sheet. We're going to put down our sentiment. And it's going to go right over the ribbon. And I thought the size of the flowers compared to the butterflies is just perfect. So we're going to add a few butterflies. There we go. There's card number 2. So 2 techniques tonight. Let me bring the cards back out, and I'll bring that 3rd one in case you guys decide you want to try it. So we've got the Sunrays using the masking paper. We've got watercoloring on the embossed, and again on this one also. And again, the embossing folders I used was Whimsical Woodland and Painted Posies. Okay, do you guys want to see some new products? Give me a thumbs up if you want to see some new products. I have some to show you. I'm not going to show you everything that came in my order. I can see some thumbs up. So let me go ahead and move the cards over. I'm going to show you my favorites. So today what I did is I put away all of the retiring stuff that's in the new catalog, and I have some new ones coming out. Okay, so I can't show you what's in the catalog, but this is our new mini catalog and our free Celebration products. For those of you that are new, Celebration is only going to happen once this year. For every $50 order you place, you earn a free product, and we also have higher level products for every $100 order. So these 2 catalogs start on January 5th. For those of you that are customers of mine, I know Mary Jo told me she got her catalog yesterday. So catalogs are coming if you haven't gotten it yet. I'm going to start out by showing you, one of my favorites is always embossing folders. So I have 4 new embossing folders to show you. This is called Cane Weave. And I went ahead and embossed. Look how pretty. I'm going to flip it over and show you that side too. So you could almost use both sides. So that's the Cane Weave. Next, we have the metal plate. So it's kind of masculine, but I wouldn't use it just for masculine. this is what the metal plate looks like. So it's kind of like your diamond plate that you see on pickups and toolboxes. The third one is the raindrops. Again, look how pretty. The fourth one is a really neat one. So we have the Sweet Citrus stamp set. Now this is what I like. Sweet Citrus stamp set. Sweet Citrus dies and Sweet Citrus embossing folder. They're all named the same now, the dies and the stamp set. So easy to remember what goes with what. This is what the embossing looks like. You can use it as an embossing folder, or you can also use it to cut and emboss at the same time, because this piece will fit. Let me see how that goes. I haven't tried it yet. It goes in here somehow. Right here. So that fits right in that groove. You would put a blank cardstock piece, run the die and the embossing folder through, and it would cut these ones out. So pretty neat. I love this set. So again, Sweet Citrus dies, Sweet Citrus embossing folder, and Sweet Citrus stamp set. Next, you know how we had the Kindest Gnomes stamp set? We have another stamp set that's going to coordinate with the dies. This one is called Friendly Gnomes. Now the other stamp set is retiring. It's only around for 2 more weeks. So this one replaces it. So the dies from stamp set number 1 now go with stamp set number 2. So you know how I always put magnet sheets inside my stamp cases? Well, I didn't want to peel this off. So what I did, and if you do the same thing that I do, this is just a tip. Take the sheet out, put it, this is the new set, put the new one in here. So you're just swapping, whoops, I'm losing some dies. You're just swapping out the cover so you can keep the new set with the old dies. Hope that makes sense. Okay, so there's your Friendly Gnomes. Yeah, see, this is the old one, and all I did was swap out the papers, and then I put them inside here. So I'm going to put this one away for now. I'm going to keep it because it goes with those dies. Now this one that I'm going to show, oh, that's glaring. I'm going to move that. This one that I'm going to show you, I am actually doing a swap for a team that I belong to. This is called the Nested Friends. One of my favorites. I think this one was the first one on my list. Well, actually this one was first on my list and this was second. And again, the dies are named the same. Look at the cute little nest. I'm going to show you my swap card because I know the girls that I swap with are not here. This is the swap card that I'm making for the team that I'm on. So you can see, look, I have the stamped nest, the die cut nest, the little bird, the eggs. I tucked in some die cut leaves. And this is new paper I'm going to show you. But isn't this a cute set? And speaking of paper, so the paper that you just saw is called Country Gingham. And at first looks, it looks like there's only 2 colors, right? But you flip it over and there's 2 more colors. So this is Balmy Blue, Mint Macaron, Petal Pink, and Sweet Sorbet. And I think there's 3 designs. Let me just move this over. So yeah, there's 3 patterns for each color. Very nice paper. And this is all 6 by 6. Okay, I gotta move some of this out. I know you guys will wait for me because you're probably so excited to see some new products. Okay, now this, let me dig out the stamp set. This is called the Country Bouquet stamp set. And, oh, I didn't dig the punch out. There's a punch that punches all of these hearts and the leaves. And it goes with this paper. So this is page 1. Let me move this over. Page 1. I flipped them over for you already, so you get to see both sides. I love this next sheet. Isn't this cute? There's 4. Now this one here will fit in the punch, so the punch will get all of these. I'm going to go get the punch so you can see it because I think it'll cut all 4 at once. I should have dug that out. Okay, now where is it? Right here. Yes, so you see when you flip this over, it'll cut all 4 of these pieces with one punch. So this is what the punch looks like. And we've got one last sheet. So very pretty paper. I'm going to put this over the top. And then another punch that I purchased that I was so excited about was the little Easter Bunny punch to go with the Easter Bunny set. And I did today order the, not today, tomorrow. I have my order ready for free shipping, the 4-leaf clover. Okay, so there's another punch. There's another bundle. Now, Celebration, I think there's 4 packages of paper you can earn for free with Celebration. This is the Day at the Farm. There's sheet number 1. And it's so different to see this like I'm showing you rather than looking through a catalog, isn't it? There's 2. I love this textured one. We even have some with chicken wire. There's a little scenery. And the last one has some little veggies. So this is, you can earn this for free with a $50 order. My next one is flavored flowers. And again, this is Celebration. You can earn for free. These flowers are gorgeous. All of them. Look at the colors. Now this kind of has Blackberry Bliss and Fresh Freesia. It's so pretty. Look at this one. This is so pretty, I don't even want to cut through it. Do you do that sometimes? You just don't want to cut through it because it's just gorgeous. Multicolored. And I love the back of them too. The back sheet is just makes you go wow. And there's the last one on that. And let me see what else I've got. Oh, I've got more Celebration. I wasn't going to show you all of these, but I might as well, right? This is another Celebration, Adorable Owls, $50 order. Thanks a bunch. It's a bunch of carrots. This is just Sentiments, Sending Support. And Beautifully Happy. So these are all Celebration. And what else do I have? I have some embellishments. I only bought 3 for now, but I'm ordering some more tomorrow. This is the Pastel Adhesive Back Sequins. So it's gold, pink, and a bluish. Opaque Adhesive Back Gems. Look at the colors. We got Fresh Freesia, Sorbet. Let me see if it tells me. This is one of our purples, and then white. And my last one. These are Iridescent Pastel Gems, and they're super, super shiny. Okay, that's it. That's all I've got to show you. I'll have more stuff coming in, but within the 2 weeks that I'll be off for Christmas, I'll be using my new products, so you'll see some new samples coming along. So thanks so much for joining me. I hope you liked the preview. If you are a customer of mine, your catalog should arrive sometime this week, hopefully. If you don't get one, let me know. Have a good night, everyone. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.